What's going on, guys? It's Steven Stone back with another video today. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be telling you about my Pokemon collection. I started collecting back in 1999 and I just kind of got back into it now when I learned that some of these cards have some pretty decent value. So the vintage cards are from 2003 and older, and my entire collection is from 1999 till about maybe 2000. I was young. I was going to a local comic store and buying packs. Unfortunately, I didn't get many first editions, but I did get some. I was amped to pull Charizard. I couldn't believe I had actually found him. He was my crown jewel of my whole collection. So I researched on the internet about a Collecticon event that was happening in Charlotte, North Carolina. I decided to drive down and see if my vintage Pokemon collection was worth anything. Are these worth anything? Let's see. We're gonna find out today. The Collecticon event was sponsored by a company called PSA, or the Professional Sports Authenticator. It's a company that grades any kind of collectible cards. They are popular for grading a lot of sports cards and also a lot of Pokemon cards. So I was nervous. I mean, this is my childhood collection. You know, it's very sentimental and it's valuable to me. So I wanted to make sure that I drove it down directly and handed it to the PSA officials. When it comes to the value, the condition of the card is going to be a huge factor in how much you're going to get. Gem Mint 10 being the best that you can get. The event was packed. It was crowded. When I walked in, I was excited to see a version of the Charizard card that I had. So if they have it up there like that, I was like, okay, it must be valuable. There were a ton of vendors. 90% of them being Pokemon related. The other 10% were art vendors. I did pick up some pretty cool art while I was at. Grabbed a great piece of art for the bathroom, the Incredible Hulk taking a dump. It was pretty awesome, pretty funny. There were areas set up where you could meet Pokemon celebrities and potentially get autographs. You could get voices of different characters on the show, or even different Pokemon that could sign your card. So that's a pretty cool thing they offer at the event as well. A lot of people were doing the cosplay. I've been to anime conventions and such before. They did it on a bigger scale, but there was still quite a few people who still dressed up. I hung out for a while. This was a 3-day event. I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I went on a Saturday. I made my way over to the PSA line. It wasn't too long. It was all kind of different Pokemon collectors in there. Some people just had one card. Some people had like 25, 30 cards. Some people had even more than that. So that was interesting to see the different people with the different collections. Some people's were more current. Some people had vintage cards. It's just a very broad hobby. Grading the cards in this way, I learned that the cards were $25 per card that you wanted to get graded. So I decided on getting about 10 graded. With the help of the PSA vendor, I dropped off 10 of my best cards, and I wouldn't see them again for many, many months. After I finished up at the Collecticon, I hung out in Charlotte a little bit. It's a pretty cool city. It's chill, it's low-key. It's not as populated as Atlanta, where I'm from. So that was interesting to see. Charlotte has a lot of bars, lots of places to eat and drink. It's a chill city with great vibes. I'm definitely going to be going back. Maybe they'll have the Collecticon there again. I don't know. I found myself at the Ruth Chris Steakhouse in downtown Charlotte. I had an amazing time. It was a lot of fun. So guys, I got back from the Collecticon, and after that, I was back into Pokemon. What could I say? It was a really fun hobby as a kid, and I researched there was a new set coming out. It was called 151. It honored all the original 151 Pokemon from back in the day, all the ones that I was familiar with from my childhood. So I was like, what a great time to get back into the hobby. And I had to buy a couple of packs, and you know, opening those first 151 packs, it really felt like just brought back the childhood memories and all the fun that I had totally forgot about. I forgot how fun it was just opening up those packs. So guys, when I first went to Collecticon, I never imagined myself becoming a Pokemon enthusiast, but here I am. bought this binder collection, and I'm like, man, I gotta fill it up now, you know? So back to the Pokemon collecting after about 25 years of being out of the hobby. I'm just now getting back. So the PSA takes 30 to 90 days using the method that I use to get my cards graded. Trying to get a good PSA grade is so important, and the condition and all that. You got to make sure you have a binder to protect these cards once you get them. Even the type of binder that you're using can be important for keeping these cards in mint condition. If you're using a binder with rings in it, the rings can damage the cards, which I think may have happened in my old collection, but I didn't realize that type of thing back then. Pokemon makes sure that every product that they have is like opening up a Christmas present. It's like a major event, opening every single product that they have. So much wrapping and so much plastic. Everything is presented very cool every time. I was thoroughly out of this hobby. I had no idea that the TV show was still ongoing. It's crazy. I had no idea that this stuff was so super popular. Some of it was selling out during like the pandemic times, and it was super in demand, and they couldn't even keep it in shelves. I had no idea that it was so popular. Upon learning all that, I guess that's what made me want to get everything graded and checked out and check the value of my old collection. The PSA takes between 1 and 3 months to get you your returns back. So I was going to build up a new collection in the meantime just to keep myself occupied, have a little fun. Like I said before, it is very nervous, but the PSA does send you text message correspondence to let you know how the whole process is going. So that kind of eases your mind a little bit, you know, like they'll update you. You know, the PSA has received your submission, etc., you know. So that's kind of helpful. So after all these years, a lot has changed, I'm sure. So I'm excited to kind of see what the new version of the Pokemon cards are going to look like. Pokemon trading card game, Scarlet and Violet 151. Gotta catch them all. Team up with Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle and witness a brand new dawn in Kanto. With the new day comes a new chance to track down old friends, make new partners, and capture every last one of the original 151. Discover the extraordinary Venusaur X, Charizard X, and Blastoise X. Let's hope we pull some of those in special cards with captivating illustrations, and explore the cities and countryside of a reinvigorated land. You might even find an exclusive Mew X in your travels. New adventures will unfold. All new horizons will be revealed in Scarlet and Violet 151 expansion. Gotta catch them all. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, this is like a code card. I can see the holographic sticking through the back. I guess that's the holographic. Okay, Vileplume. Okay, that's the rare card that we got out of that. Let's try another one. Oh, Venusaur EX. Okay, that's a big deal there. We back, baby. We back. Okay. Pull him to the side. Lickitung. Charmeleon. Holographic. One more. Last one. War Tortle. That shit all the way holographic, all the way through that. Another holographic. Look, holographic too. That was a good one. You know what I'm saying? Cool. If you have the binder, the sleeves are necessary. You can't just put the cards in the binder without a sleeve first. That's going to add an additional layer of protection for your cards. Inside the Elite Trainer boxes, I did get a couple of those in hopes to fill this binder. They have the Pokemon specific sleeves that you can get. You can get a regular penny sleeve. It's just clear. You can get one of those online. Just a box of those. I have some of those as well. But the Pokemon ones are pretty cool. So get the Elite Trainer box, and those are going to come with some sleeves that you can use to keep those cards safe. Now, with my binder, I'm only putting rare cards, reverse holos, holographics, stuff like that. I'm not even sure if the reverse holos are worth putting in the binder. I had to Google and see what even a reverse holo even was. So, I'm still learning. I'm learning new things every day. This hobby is pretty expansive, pretty deep. I'm learning. So it's going to be a journey. And I'm looking through this binder in the video now, and it's even more full now than it was then. Because it's right now in current times, it's almost full. A couple more, maybe 2 more ETBs. So guys, after what seemed like an eternity, my PSA card return had finally arrived in the mail. I was thoroughly excited. I was ready to get this thing opened up. What grades did I get? How much are these going to be worth? It's finally time to find out. Did they swap out my Charizard for a different Charizard that wasn't as good? Is the PSA going to scam me and not send me all my cards back? Maybe the mail delivery service would haphazardly throw this box and ruin all my cards. I didn't know. I had all kind of concerns in these. It was going to be so long, between 30 to 90 days. I didn't know what could potentially happen. I will say, after getting the cards and checking them all out, I'll say that the PSA is a very legitimate company. The amount that they get from lots and lots of submissions, your cards and the value of your cards is going to be very nominal to them. They're making a ton of money, and they have a very great business going on there. So, they're doing their thing. I'm a big fan of the PSA now. I think they did a great job. They're a little pricey. So guys, I don't have the best camera for this, but you got to bear with me. I'm going to try to flip it around. I'm just filming it on an iPhone. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and show you all the different returns that I got. There's going to be a bit of a glare, guys. Bear with me. I'm going to save Charizard for last. Wigglytuff, near mint 8 from 2000. We got a 1999 Moltres, near mint 8. We got 2000 first edition 8 Dark Arbok. We got 1999 Vaporeon 7 I got my Ditto. A 5, that's pretty low. Chansey, I heard it was rare. A 5, so that's pretty low as well. Raichu, a 5 on that one. Misty's Tentacruel, I'm sorry. That's going to be a first edition 8, so that's a good one. What else we got? A Muck, 1999, mint 9, so that one's pretty good. And last but not least, we've got Charizard, 2000 Charizard base. Base 2. Yeah, a lot of my cards were base 2. It's an 8. So after all these years, I'd have to say I'm satisfied with the results I've got. These cards, you know, they've been around, they've been in the air and the, you know, in the elements and stuff for such a long time. I'm happy that I still have them and they're still in this good of condition. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're a Pokemon fan or you're a fan of anything else that I'm into, hit me up, let me know, get in contact. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Steven Stone, and I'll see you next time.